What is up, everybody? We are on the verge of the end of 2018. Where am I right now? I'm at my local post office here in Ashland, Kentucky. I'm sending my good buddy, my best friend, Overkill 48, a Marvel Legend. What Marvel Legend is it? You'll have to watch his channel to open this package to see what it was. I'll tell you one thing, it's one of the best figures Hasbro's put out this entire calendar year. And that's the purpose of this video. I'm going to be counting down my top 10 figures that were released in the calendar year of 2018. It's going to encompass McFarlane Toys, Star Wars Black Series, Marvel Legends, of course, Marvel Selects, maybe. Let's see. What else do I buy? WWE Elite. So I don't buy enough figures to do individual lists for each of the lines, so mine's going to incorporate all the lines. And these are figures that are in the $25 or under category. So, but I do have a breakfast to eat. I got to ship this figure. I got to get Sam's breakfast back to the house. So that's, get ready, sit back, enjoy my top 10 fig video of 2018. Hey, I'm home. It's time for me to do, before I show you my top 10 figures of 2018, I'm going to do my All I Want for Christmas challenge. Kevin, Tattoo Toy Hunter, challenged the entire tag team, toy collectors, all of us as a group to do this challenge. I've actually watched Ricky Domes do it. I've seen JV77, Jaime Velasquez. I saw his today. It was really good. So I'm going to do mine. So the ones that got away from me in 2018 that I would have loved to have gotten but didn't. The very top of that list is the repaint re-release of the Figma Gatsu. It came out around May, June this year. And that's it was like $49, $50-ish, but now resellers have it, so you can't get it for that price anymore. I think I'm going to end up getting a KO, because they're about $20-ish, and that's all I like to spend on toys, honestly. That's all I can afford to. So I may get a KO Figma Gatsu, and that might be one of my first pickups of 2019. So Gatsu. Another thing is the Marvel Legends thing. I did buy one, but it was a gift from my younger brother, Charles. You guys remember Charlie. He's still living in Grundy with my folks. It's a totally awesome figure, and now I'm kicking myself not getting one for me too, because I really want one. So that'll be one I'll be looking to attain somehow. I don't know what's going on with the focus of my phone. So anyway, another one would be any of the Diamond Select Nightmare Before Christmas packs that hit Walgreens this year. I was only able to attain the Vampire Jack from my wife. She loves Nightmare Before Christmas with a passion. And we only found Nightmare Jack that was shown in a hunt we did while we were visiting some loved ones in North Carolina. My dogs are fighting in the background, so if you hear what sounds like brutality and roughness, that's the dogs. That's how they play. So, let's see. Gatsu, the Thing, the Nightmare Before Christmas, the 3-pack with the kids, and Sally. We really need Sally, so definitely on the hunt for any of those Diamond Sallys. I think if she was to get one of those, she would feel a little more content with her collection. So, because you can't have Jack without Sally. Anyone who loves the Nightmare Before Christmas knows that. What else? Rio and Val. And I saw them for the first time yesterday. I was at my local GameStop here in Ashland, reserving Anthem for Xbox One X, because my homie Overkill and I are going to be squatting on that game, and it's going to be awesome. It's done by BioWare. So that's enough about Anthem. So I did see Rio and Val in the wild for the first time. The paint apps were great. I just can't do the $22.99. It's just, I don't like to be gouged. I don't stand for it. So long game is definitely the plan. I totally see Walmart getting them, or the Inner Geek, or catching them at GameStop with a buy one get one half off. So, shh, you two give it up over there. The dogs are still fighting. Anyway, that takes care of the All I Want for Christmas challenge. Now to show you the top 10 figures that were released in the calendar year of 2018 that I didn't end up getting. This is just my list, and that's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, so the very first of my top 10 figs of 2018 is this AJ Styles that dropped in the spring of this year. I know the new blue one is out now. People are finding it, like Do Dog Reviews, for instance. He did recently cop the new AJ with the soft goods. It looks incredible. It's got the face scan technology. Very interested in getting one of those myself. But in the meantime, I love this figure. I'm happy with it. This one looks good to me. It was a birthday gift from my kid brother Charles. I was mentioning him earlier. So this is number 10 on my list. Okay, the number 9 in my list is the Lesnar from spring of this year. It may be the same series as the AJ, or maybe a little bit older. But I know this was early 2018. This guy dropped. I just never saw him in the wild. Maybe once when I didn't have the funds to pick him up. So I actually had to go the eBay route to pick him up. And this one does come with, he comes with the beanie and the Suplex City shirt that comes over there, and the Universal title. I'm pretty happy with the articulation and the, I think the face scan is good on it, and the mold and stuff. So this is the number 9 on my list. Coming in at number 8 is the Giant Machine, Andre the Giant. There's his alternative head there. This is a very huge, imposing figure. I really love it. It's easily my favorite Mattel release of the 2018 calendar year. Take the mask off here for y'all. There's Andre. Yeah, that's a really good likeness to Andre the Giant. It's an awesome figure. When I saw it, when I was still in Virginia and Grundy, I just couldn't leave him behind. That's why he's number 8. And the last Elite on my list. Number 7 spot is a figure I never expected to find on the price I got it for. This is the McFarlane Toys Demogorgon from Stranger Things. It came out early this year, and it retailed somewhere around $40, if not more. It depends on where you were. Comic book stores got it. There's the 2017 Hopper next to him for scale. Also McFarlane Toys. I got this thing for $10 at GameStop on clearance with their yellow tag rules. They were taking 75% off yellow tags, and I found it. So $39.99 minus 75%, it was $10. I couldn't leave it behind. I love Stranger Things. I'm excited for season 3 in 2019. I'm sure it'll be awesome. And that's why this fig made the list at number 7. Alright, in the number 6 spot, I have the recently released Walgreens exclusive Marvel's Magic. She is part of the X-Men franchise. I don't really know much about this character, I'm afraid to say. I know she is the sister to a very powerful mutant. I just can't remember who right now. It might be Colossus's sister, maybe. I could be wrong. If somebody wants to correct me in the comments, you're welcome to. She's got amazing detail, from the face to the weaponry to her outfit to the tons of accessories that are included, including this little familiar dragon. And I just love her sword. That sword is something that she's supposed to generate from her mutant ability. I just think she's the coolest female legend that I've seen in person. And definitely worthy of being on the list for this year. Walgreens, you know, with the Thing and stuff, they're just knocking it out of the park. In the number 5 slot, I have Cable from the Sasquatch wave. That was another Marvel Legends wave that hit the stores very early in 2018. Very hard to find. There were maybe one per case, and he just didn't circulate like the most of that wave did. Some places got tons of them. I had to get mine through my good buddy, fellow toy tuber, and member of the Tag Team Toy Collectors, David Blucker. He actually hunted this one for me all the way in his neck of the woods, Texas. Although it's not perfect, it's extremely cool, and it's much better than the one from the older wave, in my opinion. Especially the face, the detail, and the energy coming around his eye and stuff. The things that really hurt this toy is his inability to hold his large gun in more than one style way. You can't position it in both hands. He should have had alternative hands. He can barely hold the smaller guns, so he's not perfect, but I really like him anyway. He's one of my favorite figs of 2018, nonetheless. At number 4, I have these Bandai figurized models of BB-8 and R2-D2. They were sold as a pair. This was my Secret Santa gift at the Tag Team Toy Collectors. We did a Secret Santa amongst each other. Overkill 48 ended up being my Santa. And it took me about 4 hours to complete them both. BB-8 was severely easier to put together than R2 was. But I really enjoyed the process of putting them together, and I had a lot of fun, and I think they look awesome. And just for reference, here is Solo Wave Chewbacca for scale. They scale quite nicely with Black Series, as you can see. They're on the slide thing here. So there's that for scale. I like them a lot. Thank you, Overkill. All right, coming in the 3rd spot of my top 10 is one I required just today, actually, and that's thanks to the Inner Geek, my local comic book store. And this is Carnage 2018 Monster Venom Wave Carnage. Very happy to add this guy to the list. I've seen him in the wild maybe once or twice, once at a GameStop and once at a Kmart, believe it or not. So he does come with the unmasked head. Yes, I know this is a re-release of the original Marvel Legend Hasbro Carnage that's a few years old. But we all know how pricey that one goes for. Most people who have that resellers, he's like $45, $50, if not more. So to be able to land this one for retail, I'm pretty happy to have it. And I'm just excited that he was the post-credit scene in the Tom Hardy Venom. And Woody Harrelson is going to be doing the role. And it's the same director of Zombieland. So him and Woody have a great relationship. And I can see why he was chosen to represent Cletus Cassidy, a.k.a. Carnage. So that's number 3 of my top 10. In the number 2 spot, we see Woody again, and this time as Tobias Beckett. I can't stress enough how much I enjoy and love the Han Solo movie of 2018. It was my favorite movie of the year overall, even over Infinity War. So I really love the character. I love his introduction into Han's life, him and his crew. I'm definitely looking for Rio and Val in 2019 to complete Beckett's crew before he added Han and Chewie. I think the likeness to the actor is phenomenal in this figure with the skate, the face scan, and the pistols go in the holsters. Although the Imperial cloak is not soft, it is a soft rubber, a soft plastic, so you can move it around. This is easily one of my favorite figures of 2018, and that's why it's in the number 2 spot. And this little piggy is my number 1 figure in my collection that I attained in 2018. And that is the Gamorrean Guard. I do have 2 of these bad boys. The second one that's in box, I actually won from the Facebook collecting group, Plastic Cannibals. Ryan in our group, he's the moderator of the group, did a giveaway just to give back because he's just that kind of guy. And I won. Very appreciative. It's still in the box for now. I might be doing a trade with it. We'll see. And my first one I got courtesy of none other than the Syndicate Santa, and also one of the entry members of the Plastic Cannibals. That's Nate Simmons, a.k.a. Nate the Great. He got this in his neck of the wood in California on a trade we had going for some Transformers. So I really love the detail. I love the soft goods, the articulated jaw. This was one I was very, very excited to own when I remember reading about it from the Toy Fair stuff that dropped like in February or March. And then couldn't wait to get my hands on it. And then June came around and I actually went to a Target and they didn't have it. And they were kind of sparse. But now it seems like all the Targets have them. So if you haven't already, if you're a Star Wars guy like I am, you got to have at least one of these piggies. They're beautiful. 2 is better, especially if you have the 6-inch scale Jabba the Hutt, which I do not. You got to have 2 of these guys with Jabba for sure. So that's my list of my top 10 pickups of figures that were released in the calendar year 2018. And thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next year. Have a safe and wonderful New Year's, and be careful out there, and